Hi, and welcome to Qigong with Feather. I'm Feather Nicole, and I'm excited to guide you through an amazing Qigong flow today. Let's go ahead and get started in what's called a Wu Ji posture. This is the optimal stance for the flow of Qi for today's practice. So that means our feet are about shoulders width apart, our knees are slightly bent, our tailbone slightly tucked in, shoulders relaxed, arms by the side, chin tucked in with the crown point rising. The tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth as if saying the letter N. And our breathing is long, steady, even, and deep into the lower dantian, aka the lower abdomen. So go ahead and close your eyes with the arms by the side and take a deep breath in through the nose, taking that breath down deep into the lower dantian, and exhale through the nose. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Third breath, inhale. And exhale, setting an intention for what you would like to receive from our time together. Go ahead and flutter the eyes open. Let's pull down the heavens 3 times as we inhale, lifting the arms out wide up over the head. And exhale with the hands floating down ever so gently in front of the body. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Third breath, third pull. And exhale. Now we're going to do some Qi clearing exercises. This is to get rid of any of the schluff we might have brought in with us to today's practice. So the first one is called tossing the stone. We start with our arms up in about like a T shape. And you're going to turn to one side, one arm in front, one arm behind, like you're tossing a stone to the side of you. Inhale, center. Exhale, tossing to the other side. Center, toss. I'll show you what it looks like from the other side. Center, toss. Center, toss. And then just weave that motion together. Make it your own. And that goes for everything in today's practice. Please go at the pace that feels comfortable to you. Sometimes when I'm talking, I end up going a little bit faster. The important part is that you are connecting with your practice, your body, your mindfulness. So please, I invite you to do that. And the mind intent that we can add with this exercise is anything that's been weighing on our mind, weighing on our hearts, just kind of, you know, when you have those like thoughts or feelings that just kind of like are spinning inside of you, you can imagine that balling up in the palms of your hand like a dark cloud. And then as you turn, you're tossing the stone away from you, like about a few feet away, going down deep into the ground. Don't worry if you're next to somebody doing this, you're not going to be tossing the stone into them. It's funny, so many people think that. And the style of Qigong that I teach is 5-element Qigong. So that is a focus on the 5 elements within Chinese medicine. And all of these elements connect to a particular organ within the body. And these organs hold negative emotions that when those emotions go unprocessed in our body, they end up showing up as disease. And that comes out as a physical symptom, emotional, mental. So we're going to do some deeper organ cleansing today to really get to the root of what might be some of the things showing up in your life, creating fatigue, discomfort, mental restlessness, all that jazz. Really imagining the feelings, the thoughts, balling up in your hands, tossing it away. Tossing for 3, 2, wait, we'll make it even, 2, and 1. Coming back to the center. Let's pull down the heavens 3 times. Inhale up. And exhale down. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Connecting with the earth beneath the feet. 3rd breath. And exhale. Now after this 3rd pull, let's go ahead and step the feet a little bit closer together and start bouncing on the balls of the feet. I kind of feel like I'm like bouncing into the ground almost. Don't raise your calves. That is an exercise you can save for the gym. Your calves will be sore. I learned that the hard way when I was first learning Qigong. All right, once you go ahead and you have the bouncing, go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to connect with the earth beneath your feet, or whatever is beneath your feet, whether it's maybe the floor of your apartment or concrete on a patio, what have you. And now once you feel that connection, I want you to use your mind to travel up the feet to the ankles and imagine any tension or tightness in the ankles releasing from the body, going out through the bottoms of the feet down deep into the ground. Now traveling up the legs to the knees, any tension or tightness in the knees. Imagine it releasing from the body, going out through the bottoms of the feet, down deep into the ground. I personally have some stuff going on with my knees, or I noticed it as I've been trying to work out more. I got weak knees. Really, it's just things kind of stuck in some stagnation. And also a little bit of phlegm, I believe, as well. Now go ahead and travel up the legs to the low back, any tension or tightness here. Allow this region to loosen up, relieving any pressure in the hips, tension in the hip flexors. Again, going out the bottoms of the feet. Now traveling up the spine to the heart region, or the thoracic region. This is on the spine opposite the heart, also known as the Shen Dao point in acupuncture. Now allow this gentle bouncing to release any emotions, anything that just might be around our heart. This gentle bouncing, just shaking it off, kind of like when you shake a rug with some dirt. That's kind of like what we're doing with the bouncing practice. We're just allowing some of the stuff to come off and then using the mind to guide it out the feet, giving it back to the earth to recycle for us. Now shaking the hands, wrists, and fingers. Any tension or tightness here, going out the fingertips this time. I personally have been having a forearm injury that I've been healing, and we're gonna do some practices for that, for me and for you. I'll guide us through that, but so this is a great one, or especially like if you're using the computer a lot or on your phone. The joints and the tendons kind of get stiff, so you can create some circulation by shaking this out here. Now shaking the elbows as well. And now getting the head, neck, and shoulders kind of just bouncing around like a rag doll. Any stiffness in the neck, tension in the shoulders, maybe headaches, migraines, brain fog. Again, allow this gentle bouncing to release anything from here, going out the arms and the fingertips, going out the legs, just exiting the body, going into the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause with the bouncing, flutter the eyes open, reach down, grabbing golden earth energy as we inhale it up through the body, all the way up over the head, up on our tippy toes, exhale and drop. Do that again, reaching down, inhale up, and drop. Again, Inhaling, really feeling the golden earth energy come up through the body, over the head, and drop. A couple more times here. Inhale. And drop. All right, last one. And drop. Stepping the feet back out, shoulders width apart. Let's go ahead and pull down the heavens 3 times, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Do that again, inhale. And exhale. Just notice, sense, and feel wherever you're at right now. Again. And exhale. Now moving into our last chi clearing exercise, which is shaking the tree, one of my favorites. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in, filling the breath into the lower dantian as we inhale the breath up to the chest, filling the entire cavity, and exhale and shaking, exhaling the breath out of the body. All right, do that again. Deep breath in and exhale and shake. Again. And shake. A few more times. Inhale. And shake. In. And shake. Again. And shake. All right, last one. Make it your best one yet. Deep breath in. And shake. Ooh, kind of kick that one off. All right, let's go ahead and pull down the heavens 3 times. Inhale up. And exhale down. You might feel some heat. Go ahead and second breath. Some heat, some might like a little chi buzz. And that's just energy moving, energy clearing. Something just to observe, but nothing to worry about. All right, third breath, and exhale. All right, let's move into patting the meridians. And actually, I'm gonna take this off because this is just gonna keep moving and it's gonna bother me the whole time. And also got a little heat going on after that chi clearing, that shaking it off. So the patting the meridians exercise starts with, first, go ahead and put one arm out in front of you and start patting behind your back. Now we're going to pat down the outside of the arm. We get to the bottom, flip the hand over, and then pat up the inside of the arm. And then just repeat as we exhale down and inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. This is just to wake us up on whatever fine day you happen to be watching this. Get some blood moving, some circulation. And then once we get to the top of this one, go ahead and switch arms, patting on the back, and then exhaling down the arm. Flipping, inhaling, and patting up. There you go. You got it. Yeah, this is good. I'm doing this on a early morning, so I need to wake up the body with a little bit of patting. All right, now let's go ahead and move to the legs. We're going to pat on the outside of the legs first, and then exhale, patting down the outside, and then inhaling, patting up the inside. Exhaling down, and inhaling up. So this is a really good exercise to do if you've been sitting for a long time, maybe a long car ride or a long plane ride. I had a coworker of mine, when I showed him this, he was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. When I flew to Shanghai and I got off the plane, half the people started doing that and I had no idea what was going on. I was like, get out of here, yeah. Getting some circulation into the limbs. All right, let's have this be the last one. and inhaling up. Nice. And then go ahead and kind of flick the hands, anything that might have picked up, and then pull down the heavens 3 times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. And exhale. Now we're going to move into the lung cleansing exercise. So this one begins with our arms out in front of us. And we're going to inhale like you're opening up curtains. And then exhale, coming back to the center, palms facing up. And then that's it. And repeat. Inhale, opening up curtains. And then exhale, coming back to the center. So the lungs, when we do this exercise, we're connecting with the lungs and the emotions that the lungs hold. So you can bring your mind intent to the lungs, and the color associated with the lungs is like a pearly white or a silver, whichever color you prefer. And you can imagine that cloud of that color filling up and swirling around the lungs. As you inhale and opening up the curtains, the cloud expands. And as we exhale, the cloud is wringing out any feelings of grief, of sorrow, of guilt, shame, blame. And so if anything comes up for you, for the emotions that I just listed, roll with it. That's your body telling you, hey, I know that this happened in the past. I know you might have processed a good amount of it, but there's still a memory in the cells and the tissues of the body. And we can allow this practice to open up the meridians connecting to the lungs to release that emotion from our body. If you feel the arms starting to get tired, relax the shoulders and you can bring the arms a little bit lower. This is an exercise that I selfishly need for myself. So my forearms that I mentioned that I injured earlier, the location where they're injured are on the path of the large intestine meridian. And the large intestine is connected to the lungs. The lung is the yin organ, the large intestine is the yang organ. So having that injury there and also it not healing very quickly was telling me, hey, maybe there's an emotional component to this that I can work on to help have this heal faster. And so leaning into that thought, I realized that there was a lot of guilt and a lot of shame that was coming up for me. So grief and sorrow is definitely the chief emotion that the lungs hold. But those sneaky ones, that guilt, that shame, for me it was a lot of things just, from your past when you're a kid and you're young, that I realized I was still carrying. But also, maybe I'm just connecting dots right now as well. As you grow and evolve and you move into a new elevated version of yourself, sometimes we forget that there is a grieving process for the person that you used to be. So maybe that's some of that's coming up for me. That yes, it's some of the shame and the guilt, but also maybe some grief for the person I once was, the life I used to have. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Cool. Thanks, guys, for being here to help me connect those dots. All right, we're going to do a few more here. Last one. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Now go ahead and deep breath into the lungs, bringing your hands in, and then exhale, pushing that breath down. And let's pull down the heavens 3 times. Inhale up and exhale down. Again. And exhale. And on this third breath, when we get to the top and we exhale down, imagine a shower of white light raining down on you, cooling, cleansing, and bringing the energy down to the ground. Nice. Now we're going to do the kidney cleansing exercise. So this one begins, I'm going to show you, or I'll do this one first. I'll show you from this direction first. So it begins with one hand behind the back and one arm up. I'll show you from this direction. One arm behind the back, one arm up. Now I'll face you and actually mirror you because it might be easier to see. And what we're going to do is we're going to bend at the waist. And so go ahead, if you're mirroring me, so this would be your right hand up, left hand behind your back. Go ahead and bend towards the right. And as we bend at the waist, we move in a circular motion with the hand swooping beneath us. And then inhale as we come up. And then that's it. Repeat. Exhale, swooping down. Inhale, swooping up. And the element that the kidneys connect to is the water element, which is why this feels like such a fluid motion, but actually it is a very fluid motion. For anybody that is a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, I feel like a waterbender when I do this. But the kidneys, when we connect to them, well, first off, the color of the kidneys is blue. Make it blue or dark blue. And you can imagine a blue cloud underneath your hand where your kidney is. And as we inhale, the cloud expands, filling up into the kidneys. And as we exhale, we are releasing fear, shock, and trauma. Ooh, that can be a big one. Again, connecting to any thought, any memory, any emotion that's coming up. The yang organ associated with the kidneys is the urinary bladder, which is why when we get into that state of fear, sometimes people will urinate because they lose control of their bladder from that large intake of the emotion of fear. But what's beautiful is that when we work through a lot of this trauma that we might have carried on, and we shift our perspective from wondering, why is this happening to me? And begin asking the question, is this happening for me? We can then shift or transmute, alchemize, if you will, those negative emotions into the positive virtue that the kidneys possess, which is willpower and wisdom. Because ain't that the truth, that when you move through trauma, that you come out the other end with wisdom, for damn sure. All right, when we get to the top here, let's go ahead and switch arms, switch directions. The wisdom to maybe see the lesson that experience was teaching you, and then the willpower that you gain from it, coming out stronger than you were before, always. Really feeling that blue cloud in the kidneys expand as we inhale. Exhale, releasing the emotions that are coming up. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's do this a few more times. Last circle. Now when we come back to the top, let's go ahead and bring our arms by the side and pull down the heavens 3 times. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Just notice, sense, and feel wherever you're at right now. You're doing a great job. Inhale and exhale. Third breath, third pull. And exhale. Now we're going to move into the center and balance meditation. This is a great meditation to learn how to touch in with your body and learn how to communicate with it, how to feel into however it's feeling. All that will make sense in just a moment. But this is mainly to help us get out of our heads and back into our bodies. So go ahead and get resituated in our Wuji posture. I also want to throw out there that if you feel like your legs are getting a little tired, please go ahead, take a seat. All of these practices can be done sitting, standing, laying down. It's more of the mind intent that you have with it. But if you do take a seat, still try to sit in Wuji posture. So that means probably sitting towards the edge of the seat so you can have the tailbone tucked and the spine straight, chin tucked in, tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth as if saying the letter N, and breathing long, steady, even, and deep into our lower dantian. So go ahead and close your eyes, relaxing the hands by the side. And I want you to bring your attention to the place above your head, the space above your head. And I want you to imagine a pitcher of warm oil. And this pitcher slowly begins to tip, pouring oil onto the top of the head, and this warm oil gently melts down towards the front of the body, melting over the forehead, the temples, the nose, the cheeks, the front of the ears, flowing down over the lips, the chin, flowing under the chin, flowing down the front of the neck, the collarbone branching at the shoulders and the arms as it melts towards the arms, and this warm oil melts down over the biceps, the elbow crease, the inside of the forearms, the wrists, the palms of the hands, and the fingertips, flowing off the fingertips down into the ground. Coming back to the top of the chest, this warm oil melts down over the chest, the stomach, the abdomen, flowing over the waist, branching at the legs, flowing down the front of the thighs, the knees, the shins, the ankles, the tops of the feet, the toes, flowing off into the ground. And now feel this warm oil on the front of your body from head to toe. Now coming back to the top of the head, imagine this warm oil begins to pour down onto the head again, this time flowing towards the back of the body. Feel this warm oil melt down behind the back of the head, behind the ears, the nape of the neck, going down the back of the neck, over the shoulders, branching towards the arms as it flows over the backs of the arms with the triceps, the elbows, the back of the forearms, the wrists, the hands, and fingertips flowing off into the ground. Coming back to the top of the head, go ahead and imagine and feel this warm oil melting down the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the mid-back, feeling the waist, going down to the low back, flowing over the buttocks, branching at the legs, feeling the backs of the thighs, behind the knees, the calves, the ankles, and flowing down into the ground. Now feel this warm oil on the back of your body evenly from head to toe. Now coming to the top of the head one last time, and I want you to imagine at the very top of your head, the crown point, the Bahue point. Imagine an opening beginning to form and a white light coming down from the heavens, filling up into the body. And as this white light swirls around the inside of the body, feel it and connect to the left and right hemispheres of the brain, the left and right inner ears, the breathing passageways, the jaw, the upper palate of the mouth, the lower palate, the teeth, the tongue. And this white light makes its way down the throat, moving down the spine, one vertebra at a time. Feeling the thyroid gland, coming down to the collarbone and branching, moving towards the arms as this white light feels all of the bones and muscles and fascia and tissues of the upper arm, the elbow, the forearm, the wrists, and all of the bones and ligaments of the hand and fingers. Now coming back to the top of the chest, this white light moves down one vertebra at a time and wrapping around one rib at a time. As this white light now fills up into the lungs and filling up around the heart, feeling the liver on the right side of the body, feeling the spleen and stomach moving towards the left. This white light makes its way down the center cavity of the abdomen, feeling the small intestine, the large intestine, the bladder, our reproductive organs, branching at the legs as this white light moves down, feeling all of the muscles and the bones of our thighs, feeling the joints and the fluid around our kneecaps, feeling down to the shins, the calves, the ankles, all of the bones and ligaments of the feet, and going out through the bottoms of the feet down deep into the ground. Now I want you to imagine your feet are melting into the ground, filling up into a sea of liquid energy coming up about ankle height. And now where that white light exited out the bottoms of the feet, I want you to imagine cords, vines, rope, whatever feels that it connects best with you. One going out the left and the other going out the right, going down deep, deep, deep into the ground until we get into the center core of the earth and feel these cords, feel these vines latch on to the center core of the earth, and feeling the center core of the earth, that beautiful golden earth energy that we worked with earlier in today's practice, starts to creep up the vines, up the cords, as it comes into the body, taking a deep breath in as we move it up the legs, all the way up into the stomach and into the abdomen. You can use your hands to guide this. And then exhale, pushing the earth energy out the chest, out the legs, down deep into the earth. Do that again. Inhale, breathing the earth energy up as it comes into the body, and then exhale as it takes with it any energy, anything that no longer serves us, kind of giving us an internal earth bath. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Again, feeling it come up the legs, up into the chest. And exhale, taking with it anything that no longer serves. And do a few more at your own pace. Last one, deep breath. Feel the energy come all the way up into the abdomen, into the chest. And then exhale as it takes with it anything that we're ready to get rid of. Now coming back to the center, flutter the eyes open. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and pull down the heavens 3 times. Inhale up. And exhale. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Third breath. And exhale down. Now let's wrap up with a little bit of gratitude this time. So go ahead and place one hand over the other on your heart. And I want you to close your eyes and tune into the heart. Feel the energy swirling around there. And I want you to think of something about yourself that you're very grateful for, or that you love about yourself and that you're grateful for. Maybe it is your beautiful smile, your new hair, your sense of humor, your kick-ass personality. Whatever it is, I just want you to think about this thing that you just truly love about yourself. Feel into it, appreciate it, how awesome it is, because you're awesome. Now I want you to think of a particular thing in your life that has been lighting you up that you're grateful for. Maybe it is a hobby that you have been getting into. Maybe it is an event that you have coming up that you're really excited about. Or just, something that has been bringing you immense joy lately. I want you to think of it, appreciate it, be so grateful for it, because that is awesome that you have something that is lighting you up in this way. Now I want you to think of a particular person that you're grateful for. Think of like a singular person. Hold them in your mind, in your hearts. And you can think of something specific that you're grateful for. Maybe they held space for you in a phone call lately, or just that you're grateful to have them in your life. You can send them a little thank you. They'll get it. Now I want you to feel all of this love, all of this gratitude swirling around your heart underneath your hands, and then slowly imagine it expanding into the body as it fills up the space in the chest, filling up the entire abdomen, the legs, the arms, the head, until all of a sudden the energy can no longer fit inside the body and the pores open up and the energy rushes out in all directions, filling up the space that you're in right now, the city you're in, country you're in, filling up the earth, the solar system, the galaxy, until this energy reaches out in every possible corner of the universe. And then I just want you to take a moment right now and notice how bright your light is shining, how beautiful it is, how natural it is, how effortless it is. One last breath here. And exhale, coming back to the present, fluttering the eyes open. Let's pull down the heavens 3 times, wrapping up today's practice as we inhale up and exhale down. Do that again, deep breath in. When we get to the top here, imagine as we exhale a shower of white light raining down, cooling, calming, cleansing, bringing all the energy down to the feet, down to the ground. And then third breath to close it out. And exhale. And that is the end of today's practice. Thank you so much for joining me today with an amazing Qigong flow with me, Feather Nicole. This has been Qigong with Feather, and hope to catch you next time. Have a great day.